Let's talk about this focus and motorists having now to dig deeper into their pockets come this Wednesday. Another petrol hike is expected, this time a record high increase of over R2. Public transport users might also fork out more. My colleague, that's reporter Ronald Masinda, has been on the ground today in Cape Town speaking to some of the communities that are going to be affected by this. He's joining us now from our studios in Cape Town this hour. Ronald, good afternoon. Thank you very much for your time on today. Yeah, I guess commuters will bear the brunt at some point of these fuel price hikes. I mean, a few weeks ago here on Today, I interviewed Santaco. They were having a congress and they were saying, come June, July, they're going to have to increase. But that was before this bigger hike that we're expecting this week. And the commuters must be feeling very frustrated, Ronald. What did they tell you?
Yes, they are feeling frustrated, Bradan, because earlier we also visited Pontyville on the Cape Flats, where community leaders were telling us that at the beginning of President Cyril Ramaphosa's term in office, the petrol price was around R13 per litre, but during his tenure it got up to around R25 a litre, and many people are bracing themselves for tough times, because today when we visited also several fueling stations, many people were fueling. There was quite a lot of people at those fueling stations, and one needs to also point out, Bradan, that in Pontyville alone there are several business owners who are saying that not only is this bad for a lot of people who are motorists, but also they are up in arms about the high cost of living. One businessman whom we spoke to has been running his business for 35 years in Pontyville. He says that he had to resort to lowering his prices because many people from that area are also unemployed. This is what Razak Badruddin had to say.
It will affect me in a way that all the prices are going up. We cannot increase the prices for the people in this area. Most of them are unemployed, and there's a sub-economic area. I've been here for 35 years, so I know what the people are going through. Here's a simple hole here. I cannot even put up a price because the prices are being changed because of the fuel prices going up. And we just have to accommodate these people, otherwise we'll be out of business also.
And the transport unions as well, I'm sure they've got a lot to say about this, especially maybe asking why government is not supporting them.
Yes, indeed, Bradan, they are very disappointed, and they've also urged their members to also mobilize so that they can go to Parliament and vent out their frustrations. They say that the taxi industry, for example, is going to be struggling quite a lot as they depend a lot on fuel prices in terms of trying to make profit and so on. But what we also heard from the taxi industry is that this is a huge setback for them. They've been saying that since throughout the pandemic, it's been tough. At one stage during the pandemic, they couldn't load at 100% capacity. Then there's also the issues here in Cape Town of them fighting over permits. And we've seen, obviously, the strike in recent months where they marched to the Western Cape government's offices. But not only are the taxi industry up in arms, but also motorists, people that we spoke to. And the transport union saying that, now is the time to really vent out their frustrations. They want their calls to be heard by government. We spoke to Victor Langa earlier as well.
This is a big problem. It is actually not only our members. We have got general people outside there who are complaining about this. Because the fact that they are losing money that they have to pay to the transport, whether it's a bus or a taxi, whenever there's a diesel increment, the taxi drivers, owners and the bus, they cannot increase it on a day-by-day basis. The huge 16% that will hike as of tomorrow, it will definitely go to the pockets of our members who are actually earning below what is expected, and it is a huge loss to the people of the country at large.
Thank you very much, Ronald Masinda, on that update from the ground about how people are feeling, especially commuters and taxi owners in Cape Town ahead of another fuel price hike this week.